this. Don't joke. If you look at Daniel chapter 4:26, don't forget that it is people exercise dominion through what they know. Excuse me, this is the first time I'm coming to the camp. We stand from Redeem Camp, stand from Living Faith, stand from Bagada. I've already, if you go to the gate, you see it now. All these years. Don't joke with what a man has become. A lot of people cannot still become anything. If we have to, why do we take standing from them? We can take. Why didn't you take from others? And there are not so many pastors everywhere who are claiming to be big men of God. If God didn't support a man, then a man is nothing. And where God's support is, everybody sees it. It's not a matter of bragging. If God is supporting you, everybody will see it. We know that He's supporting you by evidence. I say, if God will know that. Everybody will know. By evidence, He's not struggling. Now, Daniel chapter 4, verse 26. And Ephesians chapter 1:3.
And whereas they commanded to leave the stump of the tree roots,
yes,
thy kingdom shall be sure unto thee.
That the kingdom shall be sure, yes.
After that thou shalt have known that the heaven do rule.
Yes. I'm going to tell you a secret of how heaven rule the earth. Ephesians chapter 1:3. Can I tell you something? It is not the heaven of God that rule the earth. It's the heaven of men. Heaven men paid for. When they change into God, I will open your eyes. Excuse me, can I tell you something? It will be illegal for a spirit that has not become a man to control men. Write down your paper. It is illegal. That has not become a man to control men. Did you write it down with studies? I say it is illegal for a spirit that has not become a man to control men. It's illegal. If a spirit must control men, the spirit must take a man's value. Ephesians chapter 1, verse 3. Verse number 3.
Blessed be the God and Father of our Lord Jesus Christ, whom hath blessed us with all spiritual blessings in heavenly places in Christ.
The blessing that God gives to men is the blessing God took from a man, a converted man. God does not have any blessing for men. There is no blessing a spirit has for men. Spirits must take from a man to give men. So until a man provides for a spirit, men can't get. The destiny God gives to a man is the one He took from a man. Men that cannot provide such value for a spirit. But men prepare nations like the Jews. They prepare men to give God. Women that are wise prepare their children to give God so that they can take a huge part of God. Because there is no blessing that is more important than taking a huge part of God to the earth. Because it is only when we take huge part of God that we can set lasting dominion on earth. Huge part of God. We have to take huge part of God. Men, but it is civilized nation. There's something I told them. I told the boys when we were going, I think it's not far now. Solely before we came here, I think one of the two, about 5 days, we were going to the church. I told them something inside the car. I said, Anna knew that she's nothing. But value. She has value to pray. She can see that the hour of the coming of Jesus has come near. So she dedicated her life to make sure that Jesus is manifest. Now, the manifestation of Jesus put value in her life. We are remembering her now because of Jesus. And because she knows that she had to invest her life on Jesus so that Jesus can make that life important. There are so many people who are more powerful than Anna. It was not remembered. That's why I'm going to stop this evening meeting with sharing on eyes. But you cannot say that somebody who can see is not powerful. Because eyes is everything. The lady can see. And she knows that her value, her life does not have anything. But she was born in the time that Jesus can come. So she invested her whole of that life for Jesus. She, according to Bible history, she did that prayer for 60 years. So she attached her life to that value. And then that value preserved her life and gave her a name. So is Simeon. Luke chapter 2. Simeon says she will not go out of the temple until she blesses. She blesses consolation. So when Jesus cried, because devotion opened people's eyes, she had the voice of that Messiah. She separated the voice of Jesus from the voice of other children because she had lived in his life for him. She went straight to Mary. I said, I've been waiting for this boy. I can die now. And the moment that Simeon, by prophecy, blessed Jesus, the Bible cut him off. I'm not supposed to tell you that. The revelation I shared is something only God empower people to know. So if God didn't make you to know it, it's me that will tell you. Now in Hebrews chapter 10 verse 5, there are bodies. There are bodies God borrows to introduce himself. I said there are what? There are bodies God borrows. I was there in the night, and they were changing garment. They were changing garment in this program. I saw them changing garment. They were washing garment and changing garments. And they came to me. And they came to me and said, you know, we have to change your garment. Time has come for another robe. I said, that's why I'm here. You see, because the moment I entered, I didn't come out again. So I keep on praying and praying. It is 1 o'clock, 2, 4. I keep on turning. They say, time for garment to change. I said, that's why I'm here. That if I don't go to retreat, I won't preach. If I stop going to retreat, I won't preach. When this program ends and I go back to Lagos, I'll take rest for brief and start another retreat for Abuja program. I have to set apart to know all this I'm sharing. Can you look at, let me tell you a secret now. Chapter 10:5 of the book of Hebrews.
Wherefore, when he cometh into the world, he said, sacrifice and offering thou wouldest not, but a body hast thou prepared me.
A body of Jesus was prepared. What was the body there for? The body was there to provide a value that can build the heaven of Christ. That can build, yes, the heaven of Christ. The heaven of Christ needed human value to be built. Jesus Christ, if Christ can declare his heaven without a man, he won't come to the earth. But the heaven of God, where men will come to, cannot be built without a man. Wherever God said, I make you a God, I make you a God, he must call men in it. He makes a God to represent him in the midst of men. So wherever God have heaven, that heaven is a man's heaven. Excuse me. God does not have any value to pay for the heaven of men. I say God does not have any value. If you're looking at me here, you will never enter into the heaven of God if you're a man. Okay, have you had it before? I say you will never enter into the heaven of God if you're a man. Just like I said in Lagos the other day, okay, during my birthday preaching, I said there is no court, there's no judgment seat where God judges men. It's not possible. A spirit cannot judge men. There is something I was telling you. I said a pastor came to me 20 years with me. All that he's trying to say is to blame me. I'll say, raise your hand. He will raise. I'll pray. I'll say, make note. He will make. I'll say, do evangelism. He will sit down. 20 years has passed. I'll say, go and do something. He will be accusing me that I'm no longer giving him money. And then he finds his way outside. He will go to hell. He will go to hell to keep taking things from me without contributing nothing. And all that he's trying to do is to turn back and start blaming me. He's an idiot. And he's counting the number of years he stayed with me as if I have not been feeding him. It's not the number of years you stay with me that matters. It's your usefulness. And your usefulness is not unto me, it's unto yourself. Your usefulness is unto yourself. I said that your usefulness into yourself. Whatever that you're trying to do for me, use it to advance your life. And stop ordering my life. Don't count years for me. If you're doing anything for me and that thing cannot advance your life, stop it. I say, if you're doing something for me and that thing cannot advance your life, stop it immediately. Don't after 5 years, you say, after I've been following shepherd up and down, following is not enough. Be useful to yourself. With Esther, she told me that this thing she was doing, that somebody asked him to come and do, it's not what you told me. A man wanted to produce, what do you call it? What do you call it? That's the way you said it. Huh? He wanted to transcribe some of the messages. Somebody recommended you to do it. And then you told him to turn them to books. And the man invited you. And did you not charge him money for doing it? Thank you. That is, this thing she's doing now, she has already mastered it. And then people are now paying her for doing it. And then somebody says, Shepherd, I've been following you since. Following me for what? Excuse me, am I holding your leg? Well, put your hand together for Jesus. You know, when we came in April, we joined APs. Now we came with private jet. That's the difference. I was with Deacon Chukwud and Pastor came in a VIP before they called our flight. So I called two of them. I said, if they announce this flight now for us to come at the tarmac, I said, is it my leg you will use? He said, no. I said, if you are hoping to go there with my leg, I'm not going to give you my leg because I still need my leg to go. Some people believe that when they call flight, that I will become a cripple and give them my leg. So what you say? You know, look outside. You went to prayer room to pray for shepherd. That is why you are nonchalant in the prayer room. The prayer you're praying is not blessing you. Stop it. Don't pray for me, pray for yourself. If the prayer cannot bless you first. How does something you say bless another person without blessing you? Something you're saying with your mouth? Something you're saying with your mouth didn't bless you? If that didn't bless you, how can it bless another person? You went there nonchalant and was wasting time. And that thing you're doing nonchalant, want to bless a man like me already. How can that casual thing you're doing contribute to something that is burning? And then you're there looking at time, looking at when you walk out, looking at how you're nonchalant. Now when you say club, hahados, trianos, rifratos, netu prawn, and it's one, and people are coming out, you're still on the ocean. And then suddenly you went home that evening. Even when the prayer ended by 4 o'clock, people are going home, you went back to the altar and said, Lord, I'm not through, I want to see your sign. That's devotion. You like devotion and say you want to play something that's already burning. Now, this is what I'm telling you is why some of these pastors, particularly those who came here, who came from this extraction, who came from this umuchia, that's why they are wandering up and down. Because the idea of coming to me is to come and eat. And I couldn't keep giving them food. They have given birth to children. They have wives. They should take responsibility for their lives. And then the things they refuse to do, turn back. Instead of being a blessing to them, they started judging them. How many times have you woke up in the night because you're troubled? Even if that shepherd is what you're praying and say, Lord, I have pain for shepherd. Turn this man into this. You made it personal. You made it personal. After a while, if you continue in that thing that you turn personal will start coming to you. From January to June, July, you're casual. Now, the way we are here and we are praying, are there not going to be co-intercessors like about 6? When the prayer ends by 6, 7, 2 people can strip 2 other co-intercessors can say, Lord, no, it's not enough. It's not enough. Let's take another 2 hours. Let's take to another 2 hours for shepherd. Let's take it. It's not too much. Another 6:30 to 8:30. It's not my word that will do it. It's inspiration. When you see what worry people, you know how foolish they are. Some people are worried by nonsense. That's how. We've been following shepherd. So follow what? At this age, I'm looking for following. Which follow? From 60. What bothers me is value, not follow. I say at what? What bothers me is value now. It's value now. It's not following me. It's value. It's your contribution. It's tenacity. I'm done with just casual following. Now the Bible says there that, do you know why I switched to that? There was a body that was provided. A worthy body. A useful body. The people intelligently made sacrifice to provide a body for Christ. To build the heaven of Christ. Jesus provided a worthy body. Why do God care about the word worthy? In usefulness. Demand. Let me ask Igbo's question. I will mention 20 Yoruba people that the Igbos cannot produce equivalent of 1. I said 20 what? The Igbos have not produced equivalent of 1 of the 20. Can I start? I went to take sand from three camps from the Yoruba land. Why didn't I take the camp from here? You want to do magic about success? The IG of police is Yoruba. The chief of army staff, the other one died. Another Yoruba man took over him. Tinubu is from Yoruba. Head of custom is Yoruba man. Head of immigration, Yoruba man. IG is Yoruba man. CBN governor is a Yoruba man. EFCC, Yoruba man. People destroyed themselves and said that their enemy destroyed them. Excuse me, there are pastors who have stayed with me for 20 years. President Yoruba man, 15. And this evening, they're still idiots. And they are trying to tell me stories that I don't have patience to listen to. How can you tell a successful man story on failure? And you know that success is everything to me. I live only for it. That's why I didn't get married. I want to complicate what? How can I listen to? How can I look at you? There is no heaven that is built anywhere. Now listen. The Lion of Judah is coming. He will only come when a man provide a man, not God. The messianism of the sovereign servant, on the sovereign king, need a man, not God. It's not God that will be a Messiah. He's a man. He's a man. Almost all the church. There was a time, one of the 4 churches I preached to, Pastor Caleb, it was in National that I met you. National Evangelical. The founder of National is a Colombia man. Huh? The founder of National is a Colombia man now. Oh, you don't know? Those Igbos gathered in National in Kano there, in that church, and killed it. The national hall will it not take like about at least 500 people? Huh? It's one of the biggest auditorium in Kano now. Built by that Igbo man. And then the Igbos gathered there with their evil heart. Huh? They gathered there and killed the church. With their selfish, evil nature. And then people who gathered together to kill whatever that came to them said that an enemy. What a delusion. What a strange thinking. What an evil. That somebody is killing himself and says an enemy. Another person is his problem. What an evil. How can something rain when we didn't have value to make it rain? How can we have heaven when we didn't provide value? When we didn't what? Provide value for God. We are saying that the heaven belongs to God. It's not true. It's not true. Great lands raise men. Great lands raise men who can provide heaven for people who can provide men of heaven. There are lands that cannot produce men that can build heaven. Now when you hear heaven, is that a man gave everything. In 8th chapter 1 of Hebrews, the two dominion there, the two what? Dominion there. Number 1 at the right hand and the throne. They are high places of God a man should build. The first one has been paid for by Jesus, right hand. But the main throne has not been paid for. And it's not God that will pay. It's not God that will pay. It's not God that will pay. It's a man that will pay. Don't you know there are certain expressions around that cannot produce men of value because of their mental and physical weaknesses, their mental delusion, their bad placement of priorities, wickedness of the heart, disenchanted nature, distractions, prioritizing what is wrong. And then blaming others for what they can be. You just met a man after you are 40 years and you say you are suffering. How does your suffering connect to a man you just met? You met a man after you are 30 years and say you are suffering. How? What has a life you lived from age 1 to 30 have to do with a man? You have already been living your life. Anything, whatever that man added into your life, you should be thankful. If year 1 to 30 was invested properly, you will not suffer. Even if you've not gotten anything, you will have direction. I told you that the pastor came to me and said, how old are you? He said he's 39. I said, you're starting to marry. I said, you have a wife and 2 children. I said, what do you want? He said, you want to serve me as a pastor. Look at him, I said, I don't need you. I don't need a man like you that have 2 children and you don't have occupation. You have a wife. You don't have occupation. That means you've been doing nothing. And then you want to lay burden of family on me. I told him, he said he can do something. I said, excuse me, can you excuse me? Whatever you can do, you go out of my office and do it for yourself. You know why some pastors start churches and they miss shame? Is that they think the situation will not check their value. They think that if you raise your hand and bless, that it is blessing is by raising hand. Raise your hand and we bless. People blessing go from raising hand and people are still sitting down somewhere. It's not the hand that has something that give it to people. The heaven of the Lion of Judah is making demand. The value of that heaven is making demand on us. Not spiritual value. Humanity. If building a kingdom takes divine value, why did you say that? Calvary, is it a spiritual place? Calvary is not a spiritual place, it's a place a man died. And then how many people are born with a godly nature that can sacrifice themselves? Huh? Maybe when I come, I will start telling you about what is called a worthy flesh. Yes. In the human value. I have not shared it before. I'm going to share with you on that worthy flesh. Worthy flesh. Then you will know there are different kinds of bodies. There are bodies that can, Jesus have that kind of body that can carry cross. A body that can carry cross and come to that place and still stay 6 hours before he died. It's a body. It's a kind of strength. It's physical. I say it's what? No, it's physical. It's not spiritual. So God did that calculation. And then he knows when to die and then knows when to wake up. And now he's sitting alive. So the elders said, deserving are you. You are worthy to take us. But let me ask you a question. even my capacity to know what I'm teaching. Have I come here with any book? I said, have I come here? And in this dimension I'm coming, I've not come there before heaven. God cannot build the heaven of men. If you go to heaven and they say that heaven is the heaven of God, run. You don't have anything to do with that. The person on the throne of heaven must be a man before you come there for judgment. If you listen, I will give you a gift. In the humanity of Oyedebo, it's a uniqueness. In the humanity of Kumuyi, it's a uniqueness. In the humanity of Enoch, it's a uniqueness. There are humans that are very unique. In the humanity of Christian, it's a uniqueness. Come, this is, what time is it now? And I have been here since morning. Since about 9. That means I have spent 9 hours here. And then we don't care about that uniqueness in the humanity. We care only about the spiritual. And the spiritual cannot control the earth. I mean, except through humanity. So that heaven rules. The heaven that rules the earth is not the heaven of God. It's the heaven of man. It's the heaven of gods. Not the heaven of capital G God. God will never be your God without a man. He had to be your God through a man. If God made a Moses a God to Pharaoh, Anambra people, we see pain. If they ignore this camp after now. Seven verse 1 of the book of Exodus. Go ahead.
And the Lord said unto Moses,
And the Lord said unto Moses,
See, I have made thee a God to Pharaoh.
See, I have made thee a God to Pharaoh.
And Aaron thy brother shall be thy prophet.
Excuse me, is he not a God that God made a Moses to Pharaoh? Moses went as the commander of the heaven of Egypt. And then in chapter 4, 15 and 16, he became a commander of the heaven of the Jews. In 4:16, he said, He shall be to you a voice, a mouth, and you shall be to him instead of a God. If you look at that scripture there, the God there is not even small g. It's a capital G. Can you read it?
And he shall be thy spokesman.
Yes.
Unto the people.
Unto the
and
people.
He shall be to thee instead
Yes.
of a mouth. And thou shalt be to him instead of God.
Instead of God. Those of us who are looking at our Bible, the God there is this small g. Huh? That means God is telling Aaron that it is not possible for you to look at Moses and be looking for him. The lion God cannot meet men without a man, without another lion man. And the heaven of the lion God cannot be declared until a man pay price for that heaven. And if what I'm saying is correct, wonders. Taro pokasha katala. Rifatos. Wonders. I have never had energy. Even the keepers, the ancient spirit that here, they know I'm around. Thunder, we born. Lightning, amazing hair, fire. Look at how we are here. All the ancients of the Yoruba land are making intercession. And our fathers, because of their greed, are sleeping in the dust of the earth. Their children are suffering. Their children are suffering everywhere. Their children are suffering and their fathers are snoring. in the dust of the earth. They are incapacitated. Some of them, they are circled by pythons. They are circled by pythons in the firmament. And they are there weeping. Because they couldn't bring emancipation. So they became prisoners. Why? If they are not prisoners, where are we? If they are intercessors, their children will not be walking up and down. Huh? I said, yeah. No. If a man's father is alive in the grave, the man will not be seeing his children. Alive means he's not incapacitated yet. He will not be there, and his children are walking up and down aimless. Because his children are still him. If a man is dead and his children are bastard, it means that the man is ashamed in the grave. A great man will not allow his family to be represented in a poor way. If the man has power in the grave, he will allow his children to be idiots. If a man is dead and his children are walking up and down, it means he's in prison. I say it means he's what? And people try and listen to me. People don't get relevant when they die. Those who are relevant in the grave, they were relevant on earth. Vision make men relevant. Because the idea of vision is that your life is saved and you're investing it properly. If you keep on investing your life properly, after some time it will show. So how many people are here are receiving intervention of departed saints? The Bible says in 17 of the book of Matthew that Elijah and Moses went and met Jesus. Call him to the mountain. Call him. I don't know why we look at the Bible and they don't want to pay attention to it. They called Jesus to the mountain and start telling him about, according to Luke version of it, in Luke chapter 9, that there's a disease in Jerusalem. Why? Excuse me. Don't you know that it was then that we are helping Jesus? Almost all the miracles Jesus did in the Bible was supported by Elijah and Moses, because they couldn't die. They were walking up and down. How can a man who is walking up and down allow his children to be idiots on earth? It's not possible. The man will always be appearing to them. The man will be commanding spirit to help them. I said the man will be what? The day Awolowo came to me, Awolowo came to me in that place. I didn't care about following him. 2013. That's our first intercessors program. And we are very few there. This place has not become like that. That 12 years ago. It was in that program that I was, and Awolowo came there. This type of program. And were talking to me. And then after 10 years, another Oba came from that firmament. When Awolowo came to me, I didn't know he came from a place. I didn't know he came from a place. But when that Oba came to me in early 2023, something told me. Because what he did, he asked me, was like what Awolowo did. It was like, then I have advanced in my mind. I become more matured in my mind after like 12 years. No, 10 now. Something say, follow this man. I should. So when the man finished asking me a question, I started following him. I started following him from far. And until I came to Noburuwa, where Yorubas has built a sanctuary and they are making intercession. They were not only making intercession, they were burning candles. They were burning big candles, and smoke was everywhere. Candles and incense were going on in that Noburuwa. And they were making intercession. So I still saw them that when it was time for election, they were praying too much. Because they wanted a Yoruba man to be president. They were supporting Tinubu, and Tinubu is one of them. It's not every Yoruba man that knows this I'm talking. There are concerned people that carry the destiny of a people. That those who don't know. A lot of Yoruba people don't know anything about Yoruba land. But there are those that know. That is why, like when Tinubu became a president, Tinubu cares so much about the destiny of the Yorubas, and the Yorubas knows. So he started insisting that Lagos must develop. And then after that, he started like bring up sons, bring Fashola, those who obey him. Because they have already laid down plan on how Yoruba should develop. Then Fasholong came and followed in it. When Ambode came, Ambode refused. Ambode wanted to bring something else. Tinubu told him that he would do only one thing. There is nothing that even Buhari didn't beg Tinubu for Ambode to do another test. Tinubu said no. That is not stopping Ambode from contesting. He can contest, but he will not be governor. Because he was trying to thwart the plan that's laid down. Does an Igbo man not don't know what is called plan? Because they're already planning, like now, they are planning how to build a seaport. Island. Life is already moving towards island. Important to God. The earth will always be important to God. The Igbo doesn't know. They want to die. Rest where? Whether you are in the grave or in heaven, you always need the earth. We always need the earth. That is why in 7:25 and 26 of the book of Hebrews, Jesus up till now is making intercession. Why has he not rested? He is praying for those on the earth. Because the earth will always be important. It's the most important realm in God. That is why God wants to build millennial kingdom on the earth, not in heaven. And that kingdom is the last. And it is a kingdom he will build with a mass value. If you play with value, then you don't understand anything. Huh? You saw 1,000 naira in your pocket. And somebody say, slap. Slap quick. And close your pocket. Somebody says slap. You must slap an idiot. You must slap an idiot that doesn't know the cost of sweat. And he say, he don't know what I will be. I say, go and be that first. Since you came, how many places have you picked money in the camp? Somebody who doesn't have value is telling you, you will see what he will be because of religion. And you're thinking about it. That thing he will be from what? Church, eyes open. Huh? Do we not to have faith before? That, okay, look at the whole of Southeast. Is there any place that's a reasonable church? I'm asking us a question. Huh? Huh? Are you not the one that told me yesterday when you came to my room that there is no place that they are spending a ton of money that is being spent here? You know what you said? That. Say so that they can hear it. Yeah, here. Yes. Yes. Put your hand together for Jesus. That's what he told me. Recognizable. I told Ike, I said, the guy that give you, have I not given 5 million now? Who is he that I'm punching his name? I say one of the days I had a conversation with somebody on phone. I had a conversation on one locust that died. Came to me after a few hours and said, and the girl I was discussing with was for what? I said, a woman that was sick. And we know the Samson, it is that girl, Tojuku, that was a member of your Onisha church. That was the person who called me that day. And what telling me, she always tell me about how she's sick. So I encourage her, I pray so much for her. In about 20, 30 minutes. She used to be in our church. When I dropped, I went to church. The lady came to me and said, the girl I was doing that prayer and talking with. You don't know that something that's called, can I tell you something about moments? Can I tell you something? Excuse me. When we eat communion and go, there are some things you don't discuss. Because you have spent 9 hours here. You should carry the pen of this place to your room and use it to do something useful. Carry this pen you took here for 9 hours and do something. Don't talk it away. Because that day, I came from church for me to take breakfast around to 7. She called me. So I was with that conversation with her for about 30 minutes. I've not even eaten. So one of the things that offended that woman is, why will I use what is called the remaining part of that daily ministration? When Jesus said to the Syrophoenician, the Greek, he said things that are meant for children are not given to dogs. He's talking about value. It's not clear to us yet. Why you should not give it to dogs? Because they didn't pay for it. And if you give it to dogs, you will not get anything in return. Most of the people that you see that are poor are people who give something that's important to them without thinking about return. Or they want senseless return. I'm going to still tell you one more thing. Is there somebody here now I have blessed? And what I have is I'm going to share on the eyes of immortality. On the eyes of the God of immortality. That's what I'm stopping with. But before I do that, I want somebody who got something very sharp from what I shared to tell us. There's something you got from this sharing now. Or what I have shared before. Don't make it theological. Can you give me a microphone? One day I called a lady. I said, this sleeping man you married was for one reason. He said, what do I mean by sleeping man? I said, some men sleep while they are standing. I said, they do what? And how can somebody who is sleeping when he's standing win battles? You saw somebody looking at you, but he's sleeping. Yes. Deacon Ogochukwu is here.
Sir, thank you.
Yes, sir.
When you explain about witnesses and preaching.
Witnesses and preaching, yes.
Yes. So I got it very well.
You got it very well.
Yes.
That.
So I look at it as somebody may come out today and be talking about Tinubu. People may hear it, but they cannot respond to it. But anybody that Tinubu sent that say anything about Tinubu is a witness. And anything he's talking about Tinubu that day, people will not know that he's up to it.
That is if he has voice. Put your hand together for Jesus. But that means you didn't forget it. That thing he said, we will not play with it in this program. Is there any other thing?
And another one is
Yes.
the nature.
The
Nature.
somebody clap your hand.
Nature.
Nature.
So
That
one heal up to 60% of my. Can I say it's not a problem to me, but when you
it healed something.
healed me up to
That means revelation can heal. He said, when I talk about nature, he healed. I told you, when a man look like God, God cannot separate from that body. His hand becomes God's hand. That's the nature God can separate from. And when you see such a man, run.
because
Whatever you say against the man is something that will reverberate to you immediately. Gets back. Because it's no longer spiritual.
So I had experience there. So
You have experience.
because there are those that I will say, let me follow up.
There are
Some people I will say, let me follow up.
that you should follow up.
Sacrifice.
Sacrifice.
Do things.
Do things, yes.
Still remain the same.
And
I could be worried.
and then after you have given so much, they will still,
The same. So I would be worried and now you have healed it.
and you will now have healed it. What did I heal? Because I know the nature.
Cannot change.
Thank you. Why did I heal it? Because you won't do it again.
I can't worry myself.
You can?
I can't go and worry myself more than 1 hour with somebody again.
Oh, you cannot worry yourself more than 1 hour with. If you want to help somebody, you should think about how far that person has helped himself.
Himself.
Has helped. And then you took decision. Thank you. That means revelation is power now. Huh? Somebody has a nature. This nature is a crawling, vile nature. And then you're the person who wants to lift up a nature that's already the way it is. After 32 years of preaching, do you know I have turned my life into something. I've turned my life, I've given some people into my life, prayed 10 years on them, pour oil on them for 15 years. And after 15 years, they turn into a problem to me. And I'm telling you this evening, and you're joking. Laid hand, curse demon, do karat. Some people I met them when I used to do karat. Push people, you lay hand on her, you push her, you do, she fall on the ground, you take her 2 hours. And you do this thing for 15 years. And the person is still saying, you've not done enough. Because she wants to kill you. And even if you die, she will not still change. Your death will not be enough for a vile human being.
So there is something I want to tell you. Beg you.
You want to beg me, yes.
Just be courageous.
I should be courageous.
That what you are doing for Igbo man will not be in vain.
Thank you.
2015, if people that live in Lagos watch out. 2015 now, this cow is now moving about along Lagos streets now freely. Since 2015, it had not been like that in Lagos.
It has not been like that in Lagos.
Not been like that.
What do you see that is moving?
Cow.
Yes.
See cow moving in the streets of Lagos now freely. People have been making sacrifice with cow in Lagos. You know, when you say there are those that you saw under the earth making sacrifice, burning incense.
Yes. People have been making cow.
Many people have been burning good incense to the Lord in the Yoruba land.
Yes.
And you people join them.
And
You people, Igbo people, join them.
yes.
You are in Lagos. Releasing all what you are releasing in the land of Lagos is blessing them. That's the day you said to me that these 4 times or 3 times you are coming to Galilee, you want to reduce this. I cried that day. And I come to you and say, no. Because there is a healing you are bringing here. Then the other ones, the man told me, in that Lagos Island, where the upper road,
Yes.
that the man knows this about me. It's with them anyway. So he told me, I met him where I went to drill the change people. So he told me that they will bring cow alive, stand it like this, do incantation, the earth swallow it. It will not, it will enter the
They
ground.
will make enchantment and then the cloud will go down.
To the earth. You won't see it again. The earth
A
will
big
go-
cow.
Yes. 2015, they bring it out for that. What happened that time? Thank you, sir. So please, what you're doing for us, it will still speak.
Do you know something? You know, like what I told you. Do you know what? I didn't tell you what even Awolowo came from. Do you think he came to greet me? Awolowo told me that what I am doing, that the knowledge I have, you see, because when Awolowo came to me, he didn't care about any other thing. He cared about my intelligence. And that book on the creative power of intelligence, if you don't have it, download it on E. When I said, I told Awolowo, I said, where do you come from? He said, he came from the realm of unknowing, where God is one. So I said, I told him, I thought you were in hellfire. He said, that's our problem. That all the people who are giving money to Living Faith and Redeem are people that he paid their school fees and declared free education for them. He says their children that paying tax there. So after raising them, he will go to hellfire. Why will they go to heaven? That's the question he asked me. So he was telling me that the knowledge I have, that I should share it with the Yorubas. That it is them that have ability to understand what I'm saying. Because he has already provided platform for them. He told me that. Then the Oba came to me and was saying that the throne I'm trying to build, there was a share of the Yorubas in it. Awolowo didn't tell me about throne. That one came for throne because he's an Oba. He said, this throne that is hanging around here, that what is the plan? What plan do I have for Yorubas to be part of the throne? And you're telling me I should hurry up to go to Lagos. This is a traditional land. There is a force here that is attracting them. Power. The home of ancient of days. In Africa. Let's sit down. The eyes of, let me round up something. The eyes of, the eyes of God of immortality. Look at me, let me explain something to you. A lot of men of God who call themselves prophets, be careful. Be careful about eyes people use in sin. Be careful. Be careful about eyes people use in sin. There are those that have the eyes of prophet like Isaiah, like Jeremiah. Those are sincere prophets. But up to 98% of the people around, 99, are not prophets, they are sorcerers. There are people that were given eyes by, they came from a generation of sorcerers. So there are sorcerers that carry Bible. So their prophecy does not connect to God's word. It's falling. And then that is why they are also subjected to pain, like those who gave them eyes. The Igbos have not succeeded in life because that eyes has already wounded the land and is diverting the people. When Jesus came, he came with the eyes of life, which is the eyes of Son of God. But there is an eyes of immortality. Now, every great eye that has origin in God cares about power. And the capital manifestation of power is character. That is why when you have 7 eyes,